The Corsair iCUE Link Smart Component ecosystem allows you to daisy-chain Corsair's cooling components, eliminating the need for power and RGB cables. The signal passes through every cooling component, minimizing cabling requirements. The LX RGB fan series utilizes the iCUE Link technology, so don't expect them to be affordable. In this video, I will evaluate the LX RGB 120mm fan, which comes in the following packages and prices. Single fan expansion, $40. Fans starter kit, 2 fans, $110. Fans starter kit, 3 fans, $130. Essential iCUE Link info. iCUE Link devices can be networked in series or branched through a Y-splitter cable or splitter hub. Each iCUE Link device can be controlled independently. iCUE Link cables are reversible, eliminating doubt about whether you've inserted them into a compatible iCUE Link device. iCUE Link is a device-agnostic architecture. You can connect iCUE Link devices in any order. iCUE Link does not currently support hot plugging, therefore any changes to the hardware connection must be done with the PC off. Hot plugging support is planned to be added with future firmware updates. Each port of the iCUE Link system hub can support up to 7 devices. Exceeding this will put the system hub in a low power state until the device quantity connected on one port is reduced to 7 or fewer. iCUE Link is not backward compatible with legacy iCUE hardware. You will need to control legacy devices with legacy controllers. However, iCUE 5 software unifies both ecosystems into one interface for easy control. Corsair sent me the 3-fan bundle, which includes the required controller. The front of the box contains a photo of the fans and the model number description. Typically, more information, including the technical specs, is on the back of the box. The iCUE controller is required for these fans since they don't use the standard PWM connectors. The build quality is high, as expected from such an expensive fan. 2 LED strips are at the frame's sides, in addition to the strip around the fan's blades. You can connect 2 or more fans without cables, but using the iCUE Link connectors, which is highly convenient for all-in-one radiators. The fan has 7 blades. Its design focuses on static pressure. There are no fixed cables since the iCUE Link connector provides power and the data line. At the fan's corners, there are rubber pads to minimize vibrations. I use a fan performance measurement apparatus to evaluate cooling fans. This is a highly sophisticated scientific instrument made in Taiwan by Longwin. Besides the Longwin machine, I also use a hemianechoic chamber and a highly sophisticated and super expensive noise analyzer by Breuel & Kjær. The fan speed is high enough to achieve a top static pressure reading. Nonetheless, this is not the case for its airflow, which is average. Noise output is not high. 20% fan speed. Ignore the 50 Hz noise from the mains grid. The 100 Hz and 250 Hz frequencies stand out. 50% fan speed, peak frequency 630 Hz, 75% fan speed, peak frequency 1.25 kHz, and standout frequency 200 Hz. 100% fan speed, peak frequency 1.25 kHz. I have recorded the signals, but please keep in mind that I've enabled automatic gain control to make it easier for you to reproduce them. "20 decibels noise output, low speed, low airflow, high static pressure, increased power consumption. 25 decibels noise output, medium speed, decent airflow, top static pressure, increased power consumption. 30 decibels, medium speed, low airflow, top static pressure, average power consumption. 35 decibels, medium speed, low airflow, top static pressure, average power consumption." Advertised versus real performance. In this table, anything in red means bad news, while the blue fonts are the good ones. Because of the proprietary iCUE Link interface, I couldn't measure power consumption on the Longwin, but I used Pownetics instead. So I could only measure fan power consumption at max airflow with the fan operating on a clear space. The Corsair iCUE Link LX RGB 120mm is an expensive fan going for $40 alone without the iCUE controller, which utilizes the equally expensive iCUE Link ecosystem. It only makes sense to purchase this fan if you have other iCUE Link devices, since you can daisy chain all compatible parts and use the minimum amount of cables to deliver power and data signals. Although the iCUE Link ecosystem's features and capabilities are noteworthy, the high prices of the compatible parts don't make it an appealing choice for most users. Corsair should find a way to lower the price of its cooling products, since it faces fierce competition. Its engineers have good ideas, but implementations are just too expensive. At 25 decibels normalized noise output, a noise level that won't annoy most users while allowing for high enough speeds for decent performance, the LX 120 achieves top static performance, while its airflow is close to the lowest limit of the Cybernetics Phi Gold category. Since this fan is destined for use in coolers, static pressure matters the most, and this is why Corsair is focused there. Only the RS 120 Max achieves a notably higher static pressure performance. Still, this fan has a 30mm width, so you might have compatibility problems with it in chassis with a restricted internal space. To check all alternative fan offerings, I did my best cooling fans article on hwbusters.com before investing in new cooling solutions. You will also find this review on the same site.